The subway drama may be the first of its kind in Singapore, but in China's cities like Shanghai and Beijing, commuters there are not seeing subway dramas for the first time. In Shanghai, there was A Sunny Day starring popular Chinese actor Huang Xiaoming and Liao Junjia, a romantic soap opera that features an uplifting story of hope and kindness. Each story episode runs for 3 minutes, and the drama played for a span of 40 episodes in mid-November 2007. Here in Singapore, how will our A Starry Night fare?
We are optimistic. I think it will play out well. As I say, this sort of coincides with the changing consumer patterns of our public. And I think it's new, it's innovative. If you miss the episode today on the MRT platforms, you can catch it online, you can download it. I mean, these are all interesting things that young people are getting into.
I understand it's a Singapore-China production. So why do you choose to collaborate with China on this production?
Many reasons. I think this project allows Singapore media companies to have a chance to work with China media companies. This is a true collaboration because the crew and the actors and the talents behind are all from both China and Singapore. In fact, there are actors from China, Singapore, Taiwan, Korea, and then the crew is from Singapore, from China. So it's a true blue collaboration. Plus the platforms. I mean, the simulcast in 9 cities, one in Singapore. I mean, then you have all the major cities in China. I mean, in itself, on one day, the series will reach out to something like 15 million eyeballs in China. So that's you can't say no to that.
Yeah. I think this is a slightly different one because the story plot of this and the one earlier is a bit different. This is a lot more complete. That one is very focused on a particular area. So I think that again it's the first time that we have actually done this cross-border across Singapore and China and Hong Kong as well. So we think that this is the cast also is a lot more complex. We have got people from Taiwan, China, Singapore, Korea. So it is also a platform to promote culture exchange as well as try to promote new talents as well in the industry. Yeah.
Movie journalist Wayne Lim from U Weekly also had a taste of Beijing's subway drama when he was in Beijing 2 years ago.
我早1-2年前去北京的时候，我也是无意间发现，北京也有这个所谓的地铁剧，那我觉得蛮好的，它是给我一个惊喜。然后我是在车厢里面看，不是在月台里面，因为我们在车厢的时间一定远比在月台等待的时间还要多，所以我觉得那个被看到的机会成功率在车厢里面是高过在月台的。
北京的那个地铁剧跟这个新加坡的有很大的分别。
其实我没办法说是一个什么太大的分别吧，但因为也是新演员的关系，所以对我们不熟悉的内地演员，但是就是在搭地铁的那可能10几分钟里面，就觉得OK 啊，而且他们是重复的播放，所以反正是那个剧集我是重复看了大概2遍吧。对，
在新加坡会有同样的功效吗？
如果是在车厢里面的话，我觉得那功效会很大，因为我们会收音比较清楚，在月台上一定会有外面的杂音干扰，所以我觉得在月台播放还是欠缺理想的。
Together, the series will reach out to commuters on more than 1.4 million daily passenger trips in Singapore and 50 million commuters in China. Would it also attract Chinese tourists to Singapore and Singaporean tourists to China?
Yes, obviously there is a lot of interesting scene that's being used in this particular storyline, like flyers and those whatnot. So we actually showcase the best of Singapore to the Chinese. And the interesting part of the Chinese, the audience, there are 15 million eyeball over this XCD. So it's a very good way to promote promote Singapore. At the same time, we also have a fair bit of scene shot in Shanghai. So in some way, it's also bringing China to Singapore as well. So it's really a cross-cultural effect in this collaboration. So the way I look at it is we managed to, I'm sure, manage to eyeball Singapore to a lot of people in China after this show. So it's something that has not been done in a big way before in China. Traditionally, it's always been on TV or poster, whatnot. But this is something that we think we want to try differently. Yeah.
Could you tell us specifically what are the key places that you went to shoot in Singapore?
We for instance, we had quite a fair bit in the Marina area, the Flyer area. I believe we also goes to the different part of even to the HDB hub area. The MRT obviously is one big place that we shoot a lot of stuff. Sentosa, the Malayan. was interesting to point out that even when we were doing the shooting, probably before that Malayan got hit, so we're all worried that it may not have Malayan, but eventually managed to get Malayan, so that's something that's quite happy. So at least we're going to show the icons of Singapore to a large audience in China. So we actually picked the best of locations in China and Singapore for us to showcase this to the Chinese, basically.
This is also a big cross-cultural production. Yeah, and big cross-cultural productions, not everything might be smooth sailing. So what are some of the obstacles that you have faced in this project, obstacles and challenges?
Well, interestingly, but definitely I think the working culture is very dramatically different between the Chinese and the Singaporean. So I think what sometimes when we shoot movies or shoot pictures here, the way we communicate, the way we work are quite different. Sometimes what they understood to be the process and what we understood to be a process, even for that matter, the roles are named. Maybe it's the same name for the role, but they actually means quite different things in terms of the actual work done on the operation side of things. So there are a lot of time that we need to reconcile and work with each other, to tolerate each other, and eventually make it into a team that can shoot both in Singapore as well as in China as well. So there's some time that needs to be for people to settle down. I think that's primarily because of culture and different way of working.